my 69 Ranch Wagon Custom 500. It's got a 351 Windsor in it, automatic. We hauled a door in it the other day, and that was, man door's 82 inches or something, and it would definitely fit a 4x8 sheet of plywood in here. Yeah, this one is pump the throttle like 3 times, and that's how this thing starts all the time. 3 pumps, sit here and idle till it's warmed up. As for the cold start edition, thank you. How's it looking?
This side's great. You watch that side.
That was interesting. Horrible traction. Alright, I'll go wheel the other one around. Oh, I'm gonna clean the garage up for a while first. I gotta go farther forward.
You don't have much room up here.
Man. Yeah. Little cars are fun. So just in case you don't know, this is my R69 Ranch Wagon Custom 500. Traded a couple pickups for it this summer, and I absolutely love it. I'll have to check back at one of the videos I showed this, and I ran off the mileage, but I put a ton of miles on this car this summer. Blast to drive. The only problem is it's got a 2-barrel intake on it with a 4-barrel adapter and a 4-barrel carb, and it doesn't work very well. So I picked up some kind of intake for it, maybe an Edelbrock or a Holly. I'm not sure, but I'm going to be swapping intake. So I'll show you the proper way to not do it. It might, yeah, frozen shut. We got a bunch of rain and snow the other day, so I'm going to have to let it sit in here and warm up a little bit so I can get the hood open. But yeah, this is it. Just got curves. Yeah. I should name it Big Booty Judy, but no, it's actually in really nice shape there. A little bit of rust down here, some down here, a little bit up front, but you know, it's an old car, but yeah, it's fun. I enjoy it. So yeah, after I get the hood open, I'm probably going to take the hood off just because it's way easier to work on them. You're not banging your head on the hood. I'll show you a little trick I use when I take a hood off so I get it back on in the same exact spot. But yeah, after I get the hood open, we'll start filming again. So when I'm pulling hoods off, I take a Sharpie and I'll mark where the hinges are. Put your line there, line on side. You can also go around your bolts, but they Usually when you pull these out, you'll still see where the washer itself left an imprint. Just in case. Then you don't have to mess around with trying to line them back up. So we'll get these marked, and then we'll get this kitchen table pulled off the front of this car. So I've actually never even had this air cleaner off. The car's been so reliable, I haven't had to do anything to it, so I'm pretty sure it's probably a 600 CFM. Maybe a little bigger, but that's a Holly, I think. Yeah. That might not even be a 600. Yeah, on a side note, my buddy, his mom has cancer. I'm not going to say names just to keep their privacy. But, what I decided to do is all the money my channel makes for the next 2 months, I'm going to donate it to them. So you can help me out by liking and sharing and passing the word on. So if you know anybody with cancer or lost anybody with cancer, you know, share this video, tell them to go back and watch my previous videos. So whatever money my channel makes, it's going right to their family. So, but yeah, let's get this coolant drained out of here. Hopefully it runs all over the garage floor. Wouldn't be the first time. Look at that, it's going right in the pan. After bouncing off the cross member. Yeah, should we have some good stuff? Picked up this bottle of Reunite Fruit Freshers. It's peach rose hip wine. I don't know how big a rose hips are, but hopefully they're tasty. And yeah, it is 7 o'clock in the morning because, you know, gotta have a wine with the coffee. Just kidding, it's nighttime. I don't like peach. Honestly, I didn't find any whiskey for this week, so figured I'd do something. It is 94 calories per glass, though, so it's helping out. That is gross. I won't be drinking that. I like this car so much, I took my coolant drain pan inside and I washed it with soap. I want to reuse the coolant. It's good coolant, so. But yeah, this is a 351 Windsor. Basically the same as a 302. Bigger displacement and stroke and all that, but the intake gaskets are the same, but the intakes are wider. I think a Ford 302 is 9.5 inches and these are 10.5 inches. Or 10 and 11, something like that. I don't remember, but. And I can leave the distributor in this. I don't want to pull it. It runs so good. I don't want to mess with any of that stuff. But I did notice after we pulled the hood off, the intake is leaking back there on the transmission. I'll end up putting valve covers in it too. But yeah, I think this is a low mileage car. But you know, since I got it out, might as well do the valve covers. So I'm gonna pull all the plug wires, get them out of the way. But yeah, I'll get busy on that and then I'll touch base in a little bit. And I got the distributor cap out of the way. I do need a screwdriver. Oh, I made a negative screwdriver. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a thing.
Well, it looks like a negative sign, so makes sense.
I think so. I did rob that from Whiskey Dents. If you haven't went over and checked his channel out, go check it out. I know he's down in like Bermuda or something right now on a cruise. Well, I'm gonna end up putting new hose clamps on this because these are. But yeah, they're in Bermuda on a cruise heading up to New York. So I think he has a Friday episode ready to release, but I guess I'm not sure. He doesn't have any service out there in the ocean, so. But he did assure me he was going to call me on Friday or Thursday. So. Yeah, it's built a little bit. I don't know what's up with this hose. It's like a snazzy chrome hose with ends on it, but I don't know. It's like a sleeve inside over this hose. I don't know. I might just buy a hose for this. And this is a factory. Actually, I don't know if it's a factory AC car, but it is an AC car. It's not hooked up, so I don't know if it works or not. But pretty cool option. I wish they would have went with power brakes instead of air conditioning, but yeah, be careful when you're unhooking your hoses from your radiator. You crack that, you either gotta go get it fixed or buy a new one. This has it's gotta be a 3/4 in this thing. Yeah. Super fun car to drive. I absolutely love this thing. Where'd my negative screwdriver go? Oh, there it is. I should check and see how many miles I put on this thing, because, yeah, I drove it a lot. For a while, I think I drove it every day to work. Feel bad because the other cars got neglected after I got this thing, but what do you do? A lot of crud in there. I should go in for a coolant flush. Oh, heater core works. What's next? Maybe I should have you do this. I can stand and watch. Do what I'm good at. Supervising. Oh, it's 91 octane. I'm telling you, nothing but the best for this old car. Drain back a little bit. Yeah, that's gonna come off. I think your oil pressure sender is way down there. I can't even see it to unplug it. Now
You
I'm
had
mad.
one job to do.
I had one job to do. Now I know why the Hulk turns green when he gets mad. Hey, I kind of like that. How they added this homemade spacer for your kick down. Interesting. Very interesting. I don't even know how much horsepower this car has. But, I know it's the only one in my fleet that won't do a burnout.
Maybe that's because it doesn't have those extra spacers in the springs, like the Impala do.
Oh yeah. So when I pulled the rear springs out of the Impala, I don't know where they pulled the pulleys off of, or what they did off of what vehicle, but they had two like smog pulleys on there sitting on top of the springs to give it, that extra half an inch of lift so it get a little bit of rake out of it. I saved them, but I'll never use them, but I got them on the shelf. Actually, I don't. They're going to the scrap truck. I have no use for them. They're old and rusty, and they're just a single pulley. So I'm kind of thinking it was off like a smog pump or something. So, but who knows? Oh, my power steering belt's loose. Yeah, I'm going to find my impact and buzz a bunch of these bolts out of the way. So here's the whole reason why I wanted to swap this. That whole gobbledygook. Nah, I don't like saying that. Somebody else says it that I know. Yeah. Like, I don't know, whoever thought it was a good idea to put a spacer on one of these two barrels is... It can't be very efficient. My pile of parts are growing. So yeah, I'm curious to see what the inside of this engine looks like. If it's all gumped up or if it's nice and clean inside there. Because, you know, without owning the car since 1969, I don't know how many miles are on this thing. I could have, what's the odometer say, 68,000? Could be 100, 200. Could be a lot of miles. But judging by how it runs, I don't think it's that many. Yeah. Why didn't they take and cut that out? It's, if you're going for the extra performance of putting a 4-barrel on it, on a 2-barrel intake, you might as well cut the inside out so you get all of it. I'm going to save that. I'll end up using it again. Yeah, those carbs gaskets, you don't have to put them new on every single time you swap an intake or carb or something. I've gotten lots of uses out of them. Many, many times I've reused them. I might try to get... that'll be fine. One of my favorite hose clamps on here. Out two of them. I think it's funny, it comes out of here, big vacuum line, goes into this multi-tree vacuum, or vacuum tree, and then only goes to the one down to the transmission. So, I don't know if this car came, or would have had a lot of options that it would have needed. You know, maybe they had vacuum crews and, you know, vacuum brakes, but it seems like a lot of vacuum ports to have to plug off for really nothing. I tell you, this is a big car. It's a monster. Whew. I'm tired now. I'm tired. Oh, it's got a plug here. Nice.
The step stools are right behind you.
I may need two of them. Feel sorry for the 5-foot-tall guy that bought this car brand new and couldn't work on it. Well, look how much space there is from between the back of the engine and the firewall. You know, this would be a perfect candidate for a coyote swap.
Mom.
My mom's got one, but she won't get rid of it. I even offered her Big Jim. She likes that truck. She's still got the old points. points are the way to go. If they fail, you clean them up. Yeah, there's a cat in the garage. So I was about to pop the intake off. I think I'm going to do the smart thing and grab the vacuum and at least get some of this stuff out of here. Because it's way easier than trying to clean it out of the valley after you pop it out. I used to have another set of valve covers for this thing. I'll leave it like this. I might paint them up though. I think I got some hammered bronze paint over there. That'd look real good. But yeah, I'm going to grab the vacuum, make some noise, and then pop the intake. Any guesses on what it looks like inside? Is it nice and clean, or is it ran Pennzoil in it since it was brand new and you won't even be able to see the lifters or the push rods? So, alright, the moment of truth. I was really hoping to reuse those intake gaskets. I actually had to order them. I realized didn't have them. So, this episode will be released a day late because of having to order them. And it's my fault. I should have. I knew I was going to be doing this. I should have asked him when I was there today picking up parts and didn't even think about it. And he's like, oh, earliest I can get it is Thursday. So that's on me, not O'Reilly's. Hose is right in the way. Well, what are you waiting for? Come off! There we go. Man, he's getting heavier every year. What are you laughing at? I'm not a spring chicken anymore. Get situated in here. I got some lifting power. Oh, it's hitting that thing. Get out of there. Come on. Is that not a clip? Oh, it's a clip. Oh, God. Wow, that's nice. Look at how clean that is in there. Besides the coolant now, but... Sweet. I like it. I like it a lot. I am impressed. Not impressed with the weight of this intake, though. It's probably the spacer. The extra weight from the spacer made it so I couldn't lift it off. I had to get all the way in there. That's what it was. Well, the front end of the car will be 60 pounds lighter now. I know that for a fact. Maybe even 80. Well, that's my workout for the night. Tomorrow after work, I'll come in here and clean up everything. Get it looking good. So the China rail gaskets must have been what was leaking. That's why there's so much oil back there, but I do not reuse these. And I do not recommend using these. Silicone. Put a nice big fat line of silicone on it and set your intake in place, because you clean it, silicone won't leak. These, they get brittle. They stop expanding with oil touching them like they're supposed to. And then you gotta go through and do this all over again because you got a oil leak. So yeah, I'm gonna head in for the night, clean this stuff up tomorrow, and yeah, I won't be able to get, gaskets until Thursday morning. But I'll have this back together Thursday night, so if it's early enough, I'll release an episode. Otherwise, it will come out Friday. I don't know why I'm telling you guys this. It doesn't matter. It's not like you'll know what day I get this done. So I'll see you when I'm filming again. I got the intake all cleaned up today at work. Wait, I shouldn't say that. I was on the clock all day. Maybe it happened after work. I got my channel rails. Got them all gooped up. I did put a little bit of silicone on each side just to help hold the gasket in place, because it's kind of a pain trying to fish it under the distributor, so I want to make sure they're going to stay where they need to be. And these are used Velcro gaskets, but I've reused them many times before, the same style. So yeah, I think I'm going to hop back in here, and made it easier getting it off. I know this one's lighter, but I'm an acrobat. And I did break my dipstick tube, or dipstick. So that's gonna be fun. Finding a new dipstick that's the right length. I think that's where it needs to be. So this is the original engine to this car. I was talking to my buddy Todd about some gaskets. He stopped by. He didn't have the right style. He said I should do the timing chain in this thing and the gear. He said they're made of a composite material. He said they like to fail, so that'll be a next winter project. He says it'll bend a valve, which don't need to bend any valves, but if it happens, it happens. That just means I take this engine out and bring it to the machine shop and say, hey, build me a 408 stroker. Oh no, these ones aren't long enough. Better than that, those ones aren't long enough either. It's got, must have had some kind of something here blocked off. I don't want to pop that off because I know for a fact it's open underneath there. So I'll just get these ones snugged up, see if I can find some longer bolts for these two. I just won't torque anything yet. We'll let the Permatex do its thing. So. Take a 1/2 inch socket. Oh. Yeah, pretty good. You didn't even have to look at it and you knew which one it was. You been practicing?
Yes.
Okay. And next time I swap an intake, I'll have you do it. My distributor and coil and wire showed up for the Impala today. I wish they would have showed up yesterday because I could have put that in before I took it out of the garage, but Oh well. Yeah, I'll get all these snugged up and see if I can find a couple more bolts and then show you my torque sequence. So, we'll be back in a little bit. So I'm torquing the heads. Granted, this isn't a torque wrench, but you can pretty much feel right before these will snap off. So just get them tight. Jump from side to side, working your way in a circular pattern. And just go over these a couple times and that'll be your torque. And I'm sure there's exact numbers, but I don't think I've ever torqued an intake. I just tighten them till they're good and tight. Especially with using old gaskets, it doesn't hurt to over tighten them a little bit. So. And yeah, you go around a couple times and you'll, if you missed a bolt or when you're squeezing them down, the next time around, they'll have loose ones, and let's go around a couple times till you got them all nice and snug. That's my tech tip for the day. Don't do what I do. Just laugh at what I do. So yeah, I'm gonna run around these a couple more times, throw the carb on, get everything hooked back up, and see if it fires up. Hopefully it fires up again. Hopefully it runs better. Maybe it'll do garage burnout, huh? You think? I don't think so. I think the back brakes work too good in this thing to even let it. And it's heavy. It's got a lot of stuff going on in the back. So when I took these off before, I checked and they were in order. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I just left them that way, and that's how I'm going to hook them back up. That's too easy. Let's take it back apart and make sure I did it wrong. Hopefully that lines up again. Yeah, looks like it's gonna. I guess we'll find out. It doesn't kick down. Maybe next summer I'll hook the air conditioner up and see if it actually works in this thing. I know the unit inside the car works, so. Wouldn't be surprised if it works actually. It's got that old R34 in it. Why are you watching me? Pedal's designed to go real high. Oh, what did you drop? Never see that again. Oh, it's in the coolant too. I don't know if I saved it or not. These things are... It's like $6 for a roll of masking tape nowadays. Yeah, I guess no Christmas for you then. Take your stocking stuffer away. Oh, is that tight there? No. It opens, so it must be close to where it's supposed to be. I like their, no, like, how'd they have that on there? I'd have to go back and watch the footage. See how this was. Because that's what was on it. Strange. Maybe they had it like that. Oh, actually, where did I see that thing? No, not the right side. That's why they didn't reuse it. Put it back there for when I need it next time. Oh yeah, coil. Thought it went to thought it went to the thermostat housing here, but it didn't. Well, hook the fuel line up. I think it's crank on it. Every time I change intake, you always want to change your oil afterwards because I'm sure it got coolant down in there. So no point in cooking your engine. Just spend the $50 and change your oil. But I do like to run them a little bit after, so then all the stuff gets mixed together. Yeah, this is how they had the choke wired up. I must have worked on this car before. That's something I do. There. Should start right up, right? There.
I'd put a battery in it first.
I would have got all the way in the car. Honest to God, I would have. What would I do if you weren't here? Well, I know what I would have done. I would have gotten in the car and then... Great, I need a battery. When I get back and get out and... Alright, now it should do something. Might smoke a little bit because I think got a little bit of coolant on the cylinders. Well, why did that pop out? I did say my power steering belt is loose. I guess I was correct. Yeah. I'm gonna get this put back on and get it tightened up and finish wrapping it all up, and then I'll see if it'll do burnout in the garage. Now that I got it re-wrapped up, I had some vacuum lines I didn't hook up, and I got the belt back on. So. High idle works good this thing. High idle till it warms up. After it warms up, I'll start filming again. Well, let's see what happens. Cold-blooded. Nothing. It's still a hooch. It was fun to swap the intake. I'm glad I did it. It was time. Running that 2-barrel to 4-barrel adapter. So, well, I think I'm going to call it a wrap for this episode. Just got to put the hood back on and air cleaner and add some coolant to it, but you know, I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Can't wait to see you next Thursday. Have a Merry Christmas. And I'll release a video before New Year's. So, I think, yeah. So, once again, make the plan, work the plan. If you want to, you can like and subscribe. Do all that fun stuff. But, yeah, make sure, if you know anybody with cancer, or share this video. All the money that the channel makes for the next 2 months, I am going to give it to my good friend's mother, help them out, or his mother and father. So, yeah. Thanks again, and have a good night.